Have you ever stopped to ask yourself, how long do I want to live? 80, 90, or even 100 years? And more importantly, do you want to just exist, or do you want to thrive, full of energy, purpose, and joy in your later years? The truth is, most women don't make it past 80, not because their bodies can't, but because they unknowingly make mistakes that society has conditioned them to believe are just part of aging. They stop prioritizing their own health. They lose their sense of purpose. They let themselves become isolated. They accept decline as inevitable, and they stop moving. But I'm here to tell you, this is not fate. It's a choice. If you stay until the end of this video, you'll discover 5 powerful secrets that help women not only reach 100, but live stronger, healthier, and happier than ever before. And before we dive in, tell me in the comments, how long do you hope to live? If you love content that empowers women to live longer, feel stronger, and age with purpose, hit like and subscribe so we can grow this community of resilient, vibrant, and unstoppable together. Now let's dive into the secrets that could change your life forever. First, let's talk about the harsh reality. One of the primary reasons why many women do not live beyond 80 is not due to the inevitability of aging, but rather because they fail to prioritize their own health. Throughout their lives, they dedicate themselves to caring for others, raising children, supporting their spouses, and even looking after grandchildren. By consistently putting the needs of others ahead of their own, they often neglect medical checkups, overlook the importance of physical activity, and dismiss minor aches and pains. Issues that may seem insignificant at first, but gradually develop into serious health conditions. By the time they reach their 70s and 80s, many women face high blood pressure, osteoporosis, and joint pain. However, these conditions are not an unavoidable consequence of aging, but are often the result of years of neglecting personal health and wellness. One of the most significant mistakes women make is believing it is too late to start taking care of themselves. However, research from the National Institute on Aging, NIA, has shown that it is never too late to improve quality of life through proper nutrition, increased physical activity, and maintaining a proactive approach to health. Women who live to 100 do not achieve longevity by chance. Rather, they make a conscious decision to invest in their health every single day. They listen to their bodies, seek medical advice when necessary, and take a proactive rather than reactive approach to wellness. Extending lifespan is not just about adding more years to life, but more importantly, ensuring those years are lived in good health, with vitality, strength, and a high quality of life. Have you ever woken up in the morning and asked yourself, what am I going to do today? Not because there's too much to do, but because there's nothing truly waiting for you. No job, no kids to take care of, no clear purpose. Just another day. The same as yesterday, and the day before that. You're not alone. Millions of older women experience this emptiness. When children grow up, careers end, and loved ones pass away, many women start to feel lost. They lose the roles that once defined them. And with that, they lose their drive to wake up each day with enthusiasm. But what's even more concerning is that this sense of purposelessness doesn't just affect your emotions. It impacts your physical health too. Research from the University of Michigan found that people with a strong sense of purpose have a 30% lower risk of mortality compared to those who feel their life lacks meaning. This is because a mind with purpose keeps the body strong. When you have something to look forward to, your brain stays active, your heart stays engaged, and your body has a reason to move. You can see this in the women who live the longest. They don't just sit and wait for time to pass. They don't let age take away their passions. Some continue working, even if it's just through volunteering. Others spend their days gardening, painting, mentoring younger generations, or learning new skills they never had the chance to explore before. They don't let a number define their worth. They create a reason to keep going. So what if you don't have a purpose? create one. Your role in life doesn't end just because you've reached a certain age. The happiest, healthiest women wake up every day with something to look forward to. Whether it's a hobby, a commitment, or even just a small daily goal, you need something that makes life feel worth living. But there's another issue that many older women don't realize. Loneliness is silently killing them. The older you get, the easier it is to become isolated. Friends pass away, family moves farther, invitations to social gatherings become less frequent. You might get used to the quiet, but loneliness isn't just about being alone, it's about feeling disconnected from the world. And that is far more dangerous than you think. Studies have shown that loneliness increases the risk of heart disease, dementia, and even early death. In fact, social disconnection can be as harmful to your health as smoking 15 cigarettes a day. But the women who live the longest refuse to let themselves become isolated. They stay connected with family, maintain friendships, engage with their communities, and actively build new relationships. You don't need a huge social circle or a packed calendar of events, but you do need connection. Join a club, take a class, or simply pick up the phone and call someone. One of the biggest mistakes older women make is believing that physical decline is inevitable. They hear phrases like, "That's just what happens when you get older," or "At my age, what do you expect?" And they start believing them. But here's the truth. Aging doesn't make you weak. How you respond to aging determines your strength. The women who live past 100 don't give up on their health. They don't see age as a sentence that forces them to stop doing what they love. They don't wait for weakness, they fight against it. When you expect decline, you stop fighting it. You stop pushing yourself to move, to learn, to try new things. You accept limitations that don't need to be there. The women who live the longest reject this mindset. They refuse to let a number dictate what they can or cannot do. Have you ever wanted to try a new hobby? Learn something you've never had time for? Travel somewhere new? Nothing is too late if you can still do it today. And most importantly, never stop moving. Aging doesn't make you weak. Stagnation does. Your body is like a machine. If you let it sit idle for too long, it rusts, slows down, and eventually stops working. But if you keep it running, keep the joints moving, keep the muscles engaged, it will continue to serve you well for years to come. The women who live the longest aren't spending hours in the gym or running marathons, but they never stop moving. Whether it's walking, stretching, dancing, gardening, or even chair exercises, they keep their joints flexible, their muscles engaged, and their circulation strong. A study found that just 30 minutes of walking per day can reduce the risk of heart disease, stroke, and dementia. Strength training, even with light resistance, can prevent osteoporosis and keep bones strong. But the key isn't intensity, it's consistency. The women who live to 100 don't wait until they feel stiff or weak to start moving. They move to prevent stiffness and weakness in the first place. If you want to live longer, make movement a daily habit. It doesn't have to be complicated, but it has to be consistent. Because once you stop moving, your body starts shutting down. And that's a risk you don't want to take. Your life still has so much ahead. But to fully enjoy it, you need a reason to wake up every morning. You need purpose. You need connection. You need to keep your body active. And most importantly, you need to believe that every single day is still worth living. Start today. Don't wait. Live. Secret number 2. They keep their bodies in motion. Women who live past 100 don't just rely on luck. They follow key habits that keep them strong and vibrant. One of the most important factors is daily movement. They don't see exercise as an obligation or a task to complete. For them, movement is a natural part of life, as essential as eating or breathing. But here's the remarkable thing. They don't spend hours at the gym or push through intense workouts. They simply move in ways that feel right for their bodies. And they do it every single day. Take Tao Porchon Lynch, the Guinness World Record holder, for being the oldest yoga instructor in the world. Even at 101 years old, she continued to teach yoga and dance. She didn't do extreme workouts, but every day she practiced yoga, walked, stretched, and danced. When asked about her secret to longevity, she famously said, "If you keep moving, you will never feel old." Her story proves that you don't have to push your body to the limit. Just never stop moving, and your body will stay strong and full of life. The world's longest living women, especially those in blue zones, don't view movement as exercise, but as a normal part of daily life. They take morning walks, garden, stretch, dance in their living rooms, clean their homes, climb stairs instead of using elevators, and stay active in their everyday routines. These simple but consistent movements help them maintain flexibility, strengthen their cardiovascular systems, and prevent disease. Science backs this up. Studies from Harvard University show that just 30 minutes of daily walking can significantly reduce the risk of heart disease, stroke, osteoporosis, and dementia. But the key isn't intensity, it's consistency. The women who live to 100 don't wait until they feel weak to start moving. They move so they never feel weak in the first place. If you want to stay strong well into your 80s, 90s, and beyond, never stop moving. Find a form of movement you enjoy: walking, gardening, dancing, or simply incorporating more movement into your daily routine. Once you stop, it becomes much harder to start again. If you want to live long and live well like the world's longest living women, start today. Eat well, stay socially connected, keep learning, and above all, never stop moving. Secret number 3. They nourish their bodies with the right foods. Women who live to 100 don't eat like the average person. They don't fill their plates with processed foods, greasy takeout, or sugary snacks. Instead, they follow a simple yet highly nutritious diet, focusing on fresh, whole, and minimally processed foods. They eat plenty of vegetables, whole grains, nuts, olive oil, avocado, and lean proteins like fish, beans, and eggs. They avoid excessive sugar, unhealthy fats, and artificial additives, because they understand that food is not just for temporary satisfaction, it's fuel for long-term health and longevity. Another secret among the world's longest living cultures is they don't overeat. Eating too much doesn't just lead to weight gain, it also puts stress on the digestive system, increases inflammation, and raises the risk of chronic diseases. Many centenarians follow a principle known as hara hachi bu, which means eating only until they are 80% full. This allows their bodies to properly digest food, prevents overeating, and reduces strain on internal organs. But it's not just about what they eat. It's also about how they eat. Women who live past 100 don't rush through meals or eat mindlessly. They take their time, savor each bite, and often eat in the company of family and friends. This not only improves digestion, but also fosters a sense of connection, reducing stress and increasing happiness. They don't use food as an emotional crutch or a quick fix for stress. They treat it as fuel to maintain energy, strength, and longevity. Food is the most powerful natural medicine. What you eat today determines your health tomorrow. A well-balanced diet prevents disease, reduces inflammation, strengthens the immune system, and keeps the mind sharp. In contrast, a poor diet increases the risk of heart disease, diabetes, high blood pressure, cognitive decline, and many other serious health issues. Women who live the longest don't rely on miracle pills or anti-aging fads. They start with what they eat every single day. They understand that every meal is an opportunity to build a healthier, more vibrant life. The key isn't to change your entire diet overnight. It's about making small, sustainable changes. Start by adding more vegetables to your meals, cutting back on sugar, choosing whole foods over processed ones, and most importantly, listening to your body. When you nourish yourself with the right foods, your body will reward you with strength, energy, and a longer, healthier life. Secret number 4. They keep their minds sharp and engaged. The body and mind are deeply interconnected. When the brain declines, the body follows. Research from Harvard University has shown that individuals who engage in regular mental activities have up to a 40% lower risk of developing Alzheimer's compared to those who do not challenge their brains. This is why women who live past 100 prioritize not just their physical health, but also their cognitive well-being. They do not see aging as a limitation, but rather as an opportunity to keep their memory, thinking skills, and ability to learn sharp every day. A study from the University of California found that individuals who engage in intellectual activities such as reading, writing, solving puzzles, or learning new skills experience cognitive decline at a rate up to 32% slower than those who do not. Longevity is strongly linked to mental stimulation. Centenarian women never stop learning. They read books, keep journals, do crossword puzzles, learn new languages, play musical instruments, or even start creative hobbies in their 80s and 90s. Some continue working in small ways, offering mentorship, advising others, or participating in volunteer activities. Not only does this help maintain cognitive function, but it also provides a sense of purpose and fulfillment. Data from the National Institute on Aging, NIA, indicates that individuals who engage in lifelong learning and maintain strong social connections have a 47% lower risk of developing dementia compared to those who become socially isolated. One of the most critical factors for preserving brain health is maintaining strong social connections. An 80-year-long Harvard study on happiness and longevity concluded that individuals with meaningful relationships live significantly longer and healthier lives than those who are socially isolated. When a person experiences loneliness, the risk of heart disease, depression, and cognitive decline increases dramatically. Women who live the longest understand that staying connected to family, friends, and the community is essential for brain health. They engage in social activities, have regular conversations, share their life experiences, and keep their minds active through deep, meaningful discussions. If you want to maintain mental sharpness into your 80s, 90s, and beyond, make lifelong learning a habit. Read more, explore new topics, ask questions, engage in brain-stimulating activities, and, most importantly, do not allow yourself to become isolated. When the mind is constantly exercised and social connections remain strong, the body follows with greater resilience. Science has proven that this not only helps you live longer, but also ensures you live a high-quality, vibrant, and meaningful life. Secret number 5. Stay socially connected. One of the most important secrets to living past 100 is not just maintaining physical health, but also staying socially connected. When we are young, our lives are filled with family, work, and friendships, keeping us busy and engaged. But as we age, our social circles begin to shrink. Friends pass away, children grow up and become busy with their own lives, and social gatherings become less frequent. Many older women gradually find themselves becoming isolated without even realizing it. But isolation doesn't just affect emotional well-being, it is also a major contributor to declining health. A Harvard University study spanning over 80 years found that people with strong social connections live longer and are less likely to develop chronic diseases than those who are socially isolated. Additionally, maintaining social interactions has been shown to reduce the risk of Alzheimer's, depression, and heart disease. The longest living women understand this, which is why they never allow themselves to become isolated. They nurture lifelong friendships, participate in social activities, attend church, join clubs, volunteer, or simply stay in touch with family and friends through phone calls and letters. They know that even if they live alone, they can still build meaningful relationships, meet new people with shared interests, share life stories, and continue learning from others. A powerful example is Emma Morano, who lived to 117 years old. She once shared that one of her secrets to longevity was staying socially engaged, talking to people regularly, and never letting herself feel lonely for too long. Science has proven that staying socially connected can extend lifespan and keep the brain sharper. But the key is to be proactive. If you find yourself spending too much time alone, take the first step to reconnect. Join a club, try a new hobby, talk to a neighbor, or simply call an old friend. You don't need a large group of friends, just a few people who genuinely care about you can make all the difference. When you nurture strong relationships, it's not just your heart that stays healthy, but your soul as well. Remember, a meaningful life isn't just measured by the number of years you live, but by the moments you share with the people you love. If you found this information helpful, don't forget to leave a comment and let me know what change you will make starting today to live a healthier, happier life. Let's inspire each other, because small steps today can create a better, stronger future. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with a strong woman in your life, your mother, sister, or friend, someone who also deserves to live long and live well. See you in the next video. Let's embrace these golden years and make the most of every moment.